All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to Black Blades episode. I think this is our 10th episode, actually. Pretty sure it's 10.
It is.
It's been that long.
We have the same thing at the beginning of every episode.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. But yeah, welcome back to what I think is Black Blades episode 10. Last time we joined the party, of course, we had our two wonderful new heroes. Heroes in very, very heavy quotation marks there. We had Zimmy the Tallest and Nix, of course, joined us, played by the wonderful Justin Nailey, 36 alias V. Of course, very happy to have them back. What they got up to was murder in the park, essentially. They investigated for the barman of the Crystal Water Tavern. They investigated the case of food and supplies going missing, and they found two seemingly rogue druids who had been stealing it and hiding out in one of the central parks of Daloth. They dealt with them accordingly and were picked up by a couple of city guards, rather curious as to their, well, dead and nearly dead prisoners, we'll say, that they had alongside them. So the city guards rather curiously questioned them, and it led into the party being taken away to sit in a guard station while their story was verified. However, we will be joining the party a couple of days after these events, where after a mysterious midnight relocation, a transfer by a new group of guards to a jail unknown somewhere within the city limits of Daloth, the party found themselves thrown away, left to rot, seemingly, into a rather old, musty, dank jail, where they've had no contact for the past 24 hours or so. Stowed away in individual cells, the party finds themselves split up, with seemingly no clear route out. However, maybe hope's on its way, who knows. However, the party are secluded away, just to, for those of you just listening to the audio version, I do have a map, by the way, on screen for people watching, but Alias, so Nix and Ozovax, you two are located in adjoining cells somewhere within the jail. You aren't sure of the layout of this jail at all, but you know that you guys are in adjoining cells, and you seem to be able to have hushed conversations through the front of your cell doors. The rest of the party, Zimmy, Derek, and Adrastus, you are definitely along the same corridor of cells. Zimmy and Derek, you can actually see each other if you kind of lean out your gates a little bit. Adrastus seems to be further down the corridor, but there's no sign of the other two. However, we'll begin today's story with Derek.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, it's you, and you finished eating your food, so you can talk. Fantastic.
I didn't, actually. It's funny. It's just sitting there.
All right, well, no food for you. So, Derek, you notice clanging footsteps as one of the normally silent, brooding guards walks down the dimly lit corridor with just one flickering torch in the middle of it, and he stops at your cell gate and looks into it and says, "You, on your feet."
What is this about? And I stand up.
Get over here, and I might tell you. He beckons for you to walk towards him.
I assume, this is just an assumption, I don't have any of my stuff.
No, you were completely shedded of all of your, what would you consider your equipment and armor, which appears to have been locked away in footlockers outside the front of each one of your cells. You can see the chest tantalizingly close, but it's very deliberately placed in such a way that you have no means of accessing it by leaning out of your cell, for instance.
In that case, I will just walk to the cell bars.
At this point, the guard leans a little closer and you can smell almost this rancid stench on his breath. And he just goes, "Well, not that it's going to help you, scum, from what we've got planned for you. A mate of yours paid me a nice sum to give this to you. Here, hope it provides you some solace." And he grins at you, this black-toothed, gap-filled grin, as he hands you what appears to be a scroll, sealed with a plain wax seal.
Okay.
Bless you, never sneezing.
Yeah, I'll look at him upset, and then crack open the scroll and see what it says.
Alright, well, the scroll that is handed to you, I will reveal to you as a handout if you would like to read it out for the rest of the players.
I definitely can try.
Alright.
You know how good I do at reading.
Alright. You should have a handout, John.
I do. It's
Hooray.
called Mysterious Note.
That's a good classic name.
Dear whichever one of you unfortunate bastards this gets handed to, I paid this guard a shit ton to get this to you. Kill him for me and get the money back. So if you would be so kind. So yeah, the guard in that garrison aren't exactly Daylothian, right?
Yep.
If you know what I mean. More in the common with Mortis lot. Looks like the city is rotten to the core. When the guards bugger off, tear a strip of this off and wrap it around the lock. Give it a light or a scrape with a rock against it like you're striking a match. Be sparing. This goes off like Hardo at the annual cocktail gala. Hilarious. Get your lot out of there and tie up any loose ends you've got in the city. Time for us to make like a tree and fuck off. Nice. Thank you. That is awesome. They won't pursue you once you're out. They blow in their own cover. Meet me back at the ship when you're out. If they ask, just say the note is from your loving mother. Your loving mother, Ollie.
All right. So you stand with this hastily scribbled note on this. Now you're holding an unusually rough and grainy parchment. And the guard is staring in at you and just goes, yeah? What's on it anyway? What's so important?
Yeah, I was waiting for this. My mother said she was gonna call. She was gonna write to me. Yeah, call. Shut up.
And the guard kind of just hocks up and spits on the floor and just, with a roll of his eyes, goes, you're all soft.
Can I like, is he close enough to try and like freak him out and try
to
like,
you,
grab
yeah,
him?
you want to like sort of, do you want to actually grab him or do you want to like flinch at him to intimidate him?
I'd like to try to intimidate, flinch him. If
all right,
possible.
make me an intimidation check as you kind of like half lunge towards the guard.
Intimidation, not that good at. Hey, 19, that's not bad.
As the guard kind of visibly starts a little bit and steps back, and you can hit the almost like comically surprised clank of his armor as he jumps a little bit. Then he sort of regains his bearing and brushes himself off and goes, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, let's just say I'm some glad these bars are between us, huh?
Oh, you won't be saying that in a bit. And he starts to turn on his heel and walk down the corridor. Until eventually, both you and Zimmy see this guard. Zimmy, you would have overheard this conversation, by the way. Zimmy, you see this guard walk up a short flight of stairs and disappear around a corner. Which are these stairs in front of you here.
Oh, nice. Once he's kind of off of my view, I'd like to tear a strip off of this note and tie it around the lock.
All right, so when tearing this note, you notice all of a sudden that this supposed parchment is in fact quite fibrous almost, and it tears as though you're tearing a sheet of reeds or something, but you managed to rip a shred off, probably, leaving most of the letter intact. You probably took about 10-20% of this off. And it ties almost like a cord in what is seemingly a rather thin but durable knot around the lock piece of your gate.
And I'd like to find a rock, because I don't have any other
there's
way to
loads
give
of
a light.
loose debris and sort of shale shards on the floor of your
And
cell.
if I
It's
can
not
quote
hard
it
to find
correctly, I'd like to scrape a rock against it like I'm striking a match.
All right. Well, when you do this, you see a brief flurry of sparks flash up from this unusual paper, and as you do so, it almost immediately have to look away and shield your eyes as a bright white flash begins to emanate from it. And you can hear a faint sizzling noise as you look away, but when the light dies down and you look back towards it, you realize that what was once the lock of your cell is now a molten pool of metal slowly sludging its way towards the floor.
I'd like to try and I was gonna say catch it, but I don't want to catch metal, so I'll just let it drop until I can try to stealthily open my door if I can.
All right, so you see the molten lock slide down its remaining bar and eventually cool and harden towards the bottom of the gate, and you very carefully try a hand against the gate, and it does appear to just be willing to swing open quite liberally.
I would like to take a look around to see if anybody noticed, maybe other than Zimmy, because
Well, with the corner of your cell being where it is, on the left-hand side of your cell there, Zimmy wouldn't actually be able to see what you're doing, but Zimmy and Adrastus, you would have seen some white light emanating from down the corridor.
All right. I would like to quickly run, open my door, quickly run towards Adrastus.
Okay, so you run down the corridor, so that is to
This way.
Derek's left. Yep. So you run down the corridor, and as you run down the corridor, you can't help but notice as your eyes immediately drop to see 2 dead guards. Now, these guards seeming to have been stripped of their arms and armament, but still recognizable by the capes of office that they wear. Seem to be dead to multiple puncture wounds and slumped up against walls, but it looks like they've been dead some time by the stench and the sight of them.
I'll whisper to Adrastus. Take this note, tear a piece off, wrap it around your lock, and hit it with a rock, or like try to strike a match. I'm just gonna go get my arm. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go to my lockbox if possible.
Yep, sure. So you go over to your lockbox, and you realize that as soon as you try to open this sort of old, darkened wood, it's almost rotting with the moisture in the air down here. It actually swings open freely. Clearly, they weren't expecting you to be trying to open this. It doesn't appear to have any form of lock on it. And you will say, for the sake of brevity, you regain all of your equipment.
Stuff.
Yes, that's
awesome.
And address this while Derek is donning his equipment. What would you like to do?
I think I just follow the instructions and just rip a piece off and do the same thing.
All right, so once again, Zimmy, you see an unusual white light flickering from around the corner until eventually you do catch sight of Derek running back and hastily donning all of his gear.
Okay.
I'm on my way. Hold on, don't worry.
Do I see anything further down the corridor?
So from where you are you just stepping out like directly outside of your cell?
Yeah, and I think I just immediately start trying to get my stuff.
Okay,
as well.
you can see another corridor leading down if the polygonal reveal ever works for me. There we go. You can see another corridor leading down. If that is not going to work. There we go. I'm just using the traditional one. It's way easier. All right, so yeah, basically you see another corridor running down, seemingly just to another large metal barred door. It's hard to see what it is, but this is actually a fork in the structure of this this underground jail, and there is another passageway leading off to the north, which appears to lead to another staircase as well.
Okay.
You can move yourself around on the map, by the way.
Yeah, I think I'd probably just run back to where Derek is and just say, where's everyone else?
I know Zimmy's just down here.
Shit. Sorry, Zimmy, I didn't see. Oh God. Okay.
I have no idea where Nyx and Ozovax are.
Okay. I'll tear off a piece of paper.
So while they're jailbreaking Zimmy, we shall go to Nyx and Ozovax in your conjoining cells somewhere else in the facility. Is there anything either of you would like to do?
Can we hear anything that they're doing?
No.
Not really, no.
There's
Okay.
no sign.
I am meditating, but I am still pissed off that we're stuck in here. So I'm just like grumbling every time I'm trying to do like the
So you are poorly meditating.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the cell? Or what is in the cell, I guess I should
So
say.
in your cell is just a very simple sort of like almost like a poured concrete seeming style bunk with a very thin mattress on it and a poor excuse for a duvet if ever I've seen. Other than that, there is the usual rather unpleasant bucket, and from that, you can't really see anything else of interest.
What's the door? Is it like vertical bars? Or
Where
is
you
it
guys are, it is vertical bars.
All right, okay. Well, I guess I would just stand by the cell door with my hands wrapped around the bars and just say, God, I'm so bored.
Be quiet, please. Your incessant whining is driving me mad.
That's all. I don't really have anything else.
It's been like that the last few days.
All right, so we'll go back to Zimmy. I addressed this. I assume you're grabbing your equipment as well, right?
Yeah. I think I would have put that on before I went to see.
Okay, sure.
Derek.
So now you guys are breaking Zimmy out.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'd probably tear off the piece of strip and tie it around the lock himself, just because I don't want Zimmy to melt his hands.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but then I forgot my equipment, and I was like, "Oh, hold on one sec."
Yeah, so just like
Respecting the tallest.
Zimmy, just stay back, okay?
All right, so Zimmy in front of you with a blinding flash of light and an intense sear of heat. The lock seemingly just melts straight off your gate after Drasus is done tying what seemed to be a scrap of paper essentially around it. And the gate begins to swing open, and you can gain access to your footlocker, and we'll say you grab all your equipment again, as I mentioned you would.
The tallest is free.
Shh, Zimmy.
Zimmy the freest.
Zimmy the freest. So, what is south of me, Connor?
So south of you is an additional staircase leading downwards. So you have that one leading down, and you have a staircase leading up that you can't really see too much of, but it appears to lead to somewhat of a larger room.
I don't know if you guys noticed. I know Zimmy, you probably did. The guard went up that staircase, and I point at the staircase we were just talking about. I really don't want to fight anybody if I can. I'd like to get out of here alive. I don't even know where we are. I think we just try to find the other two and bolt.
Yeah, I think I'd be agreeing with that. Jeez, okay.
I would like to not accidentally kill anyone again. So
What about purposefully killing someone, Zimmy?
if I have to, it's their fault for messing with me.
Can I go back and have a look at one of the guards that I obviously would have walked past?
Yeah,
and
absolutely. Which one would you like to have a look at?
I guess that's the one that's in the corridor here. And
Sure.
just can I try and would I be able to work out how long he's been dead for? I know you said a while.
You can make
but-
me a medicine check if you'd like
Yeah.
specifics.
No worries, that's fine. That is a. What is my medicine? The 10?
It's hard to tell, but by the advanced state of decay that this body's in, it seems to probably be more a question of weeks than days, essentially.
Okay. Right. Okay, I'm going to turn into a dire wolf. I'm preempting
What
anything.
size is a
going-
dire wolf?
It says large. Would
You
I be
would
able
have
to, or is
difficulty
it
maneuvering in the corridor you're in if you're a dire wolf.
nits?
She
Okay.
tight.
Okay, never mind.
Can I see into the other cells that are?
Yeah,
around
I was
us?
about to ask the same
Yeah,
question.
sure. You can look through them. They all seem to be in similar sort of state of disrepair as the ones that you guys were in. You don't immediately see anything of note in them.
Okay.
And nobody.
No body of note either. Only kidding. It's Nazig. But no, you don't really seem to see anything in the cells themselves.
I'll if you guys are cool with that, I'm gonna go look down this hall here, and I'm gonna try to squeeze down this and look around the corner.
Sure. So the corner is essentially formed of that is a stone wall, the bottom of that, if that's what you're referring to.
Yeah.
So like this here is that is a wall, my apologies.
Yeah, I was gonna look this way.
Oh yeah,
Is
sure.
That, is
so,
that the
yeah,
way
yeah,
the
of course.
stairs go?
Yeah, so the stairs appear to curve around the corner there.
I see.
Are we too big?
Are
Like our
you-
tokens.
No, you're somewhere in between that and the size of the guards, essentially.
I see.
There is
Oh.
no unfortunately, Roll20 uses like a snapping size for tokens. So imagine yourself as occupying the space at the bottom of your token, essentially.
Hmm.
I just made you bigger so you could see yourselves, essentially.
Makes sense to me. So which way are we going here? There's just more corridor down this way.
We need to find the other two to see where they've gone.
So as the three of you, Zimmy, as you're at the back of this group trying to decide on your course of action, why don't you make me a perception check?
They're coming.
Oh, my perception is pretty decent. Yeah, it's a 6. No. I
Nice.
I rolled 16. I just couldn't tell if it was a 6 or an 8.
So
That's, math is too hard for me. It's 21.
Oh, 21. Okay, so with the 21, from the corridor to Zimmy's left, up this short staircase and into the larger room, you can hear a gruff voice is going, "Oh, bloody hell. Still not gonna come out, eh? You keep yourself locked in there, yeah? Fine." And then you hear potentially the scraping of a chair or a bench or something.
How dark is it in this prison?
Where you are, not particularly. There is like the odd torch dotted around on walls, flickering light. Up that staircase, the room appears to be lit to a similar level. I would say it is. It's not quite dim light. It is dimly lit, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
Dank, but not dark.
My stealth is real good. This is a terrible idea.
Yes, it is.
Hedges, I'm gonna stick watch here. Yell if anything happens.
Oh,
Yell.
Yell. Good idea.
The jailbreak episode where we just yell down the hallways. Let's go.
Right.
So what would you like to do, Zimmy?
Technically, I am going to wait where I am. But once they kind of go around the corridor, I'm going to stealth my way up these stairs and kind of try and get a better peek at what's going on.
Okay, well, we'll deal with that first. So I assume you guys are continuing to peek around the staircase, right?
We
Address this and
are
Derek.
gonna
All right.
keep on
Yeah,
moving
let's just
around.
keep going.
Zimmy, why don't you go ahead and make me a stealth roll as you make your way up this short flight of stairs?
I can't wait for this to
I know.
fail.
It's fine. It's fine. I have high stealth. That would be a 21.
All right. For the 21, you almost ethereally slide your way up this flight of stairs until eventually you are lifted up to this large room with one guard figure facing away from you. You'll be happy to hear. Facing away from you. And he seems to be he's pulled up a chair to sit and rest against this unopened door at one end of the room. He's sitting facing it though, and occasionally seems to be mumbling obscenities in its direction as from behind the door unusual shuffling and almost like a busy sound comes from behind it.
Hmm.
I'm just waiting for like the Zimmy Assassin's Creed.
I know, right?
Right up behind him. Who's this guy?
Oh, this is a terrible idea.
Hidden
Well,
blade.
the
Go.
thing is, without any metagaming, what was told to me by you, Derek? Because as far as I know, this guard is doing his job.
Metagamey aside, I told you he was at least up the stairs. He went that way.
Okay, so for all Zimmy knows, this dude's just doing his job.
Mm-hmm.
So what Zimmy's gonna do is he's gonna creep back down here, and I'm actually going to stay put and keep watch.
Okay. You would like to keep watch at that corner. All right. Derek can address this. What are you up to?
Peering around more corners.
Yeah.
Are you heading down the staircase?
I am.
Yes.
Address-
As stealthy as possible.
So would you guys like to stealth?
I would
Yes.
love to.
Make me a stealth roll, please.
We're doing it.
Ooh.
I rolled a 18.
I rolled a 21.
All right, 18 and a 21. So you guys managed to very silently make your way down, of course. Both of you sort of familiar with your own versions of stealth. You managed to silently move down this staircase and creep into this large, almost antechamber room that leads to a large door. And as you're moving so stealthily, it comes as quite the surprise when two guards are sitting at a table staring directly at you as you round the corner.
Goody.
They both immediately start to their feet. One of them a shocked young man and one a shocked young woman. And they're both staring at you wordlessly for now. But you can see another dead guard is slumped against the table at which they were resting. What would you like to do in the moment?
Hi.
Yeah, I'd like to run back to my thing and put the door back on.
Finger guns.
Oh, I'm the local prison inspector.
That only works once a D&D time. Yeah, I guess I would just be like, what are you guys doing here? You aren't supposed to be here. We're trying to escape. I'll draw my
I
weapons.
think as soon as he said that, as soon as he says that, I'm going to turn into a direwolf. Is there enough space for me to do that?
Not where you currently are. I'd say you probably would have to do it on the first start of combat, as we are kicking off combat.
No worries.
So, I would like both of you to roll me some initiative, you grade A idiots, as I'll
You're
roll for the
welcome,
guys.
boys.
Oh, I'm
north
trying to
south.
escape.
Ooh, not too good for our...
Well, I didn't know
Okay.
what else to say. It was in
Yeah,
the
me neither. I was just like, oh.
I'm like, I could just be like, oh, you got me. Oops.
Okay, that's fine.
I can't add myself. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just doing the guards. 1 sec. Alright. You're in the turn orders if you'd like to add yourselves.
Nope.
Rakish Audacity, way.
Wait, do you like Rakish Audacity, John?
Yeah, I
You
do.
never mentioned that.
There's the one per episode.
Yeah, there it is.
At least once.
Alright.
At least once.
Derek, you're up first. Take us away.
I'll as I'm running forward to the guard on my left, my right, I guess. I'll say, Adrastus, you take the other one, and I'll take a double swing with my shock and awe.
Okay, make your attacks.
Wow, that's really good. 24. And wow, 25. Man, I'm
Yeah,
killing it
those
right
both certainly hit, yeah.
now. All right. Where's my mountain of d6s here? So 1 die 6 with that. That's not good. That's a 1. We rolled 11. So that's 11 plus 4, 15. Plus shock and awe is another 6. Holy crap, I rolled that. So, what did I say? 11 plus 6 is
17.
17.
17. All right, so as you slash down in a sort of double swing over your head, the lightning strikes between shock and awe, and just as it catches the tip in this guard's throat, the lightning arcs, and you just see a red mist blow out the back of their neck as they crumple dead to the floor.
Damn.
And
I'm
they
glad
are
Zimmy didn't see
very,
that.
very dead.
There you
Zimmy,
go.
you do, at the first clash of weapons, you do hear what appears to be a scuffle down the stairs. And you have the choice to enter combat next round if you'd like to do so. Anything else, Derek?
Nope, that is it for me.
Adrastus, you're up.
Derek saying we're trying to escape is not a smart thing, and I think I just start running towards the guy and turn into a direwolf mid-run,
All right.
and then attack him.
All right, make your attack.
Okay, so that is, let's see.
My question is, did I kill the young one?
You killed the young woman, yes.
Damn it.
You are
That's an
truly a
8.
lady killer, John.
That's an
Uh,
18 to hit.
18 to hit, that certainly hits.
Okay, and 2d6 plus 3. That is a 5 and a 3, so that's 8 plus 3, yeah, 11 points of damage, and you need to make a DC 13 strength check.
All right. I'm also going to sneeze, so 1 second. Oh,
Elephant.
am
Elephant.
Oh.
Elephant.
I? All right, I made the
What is
saving
that?
throw, don't worry. Okay, so
Nice.
DC 13 strength check. That is a 9. So, yeah, that's not over 13.
Yeah,
So this guard is knocked prone as you take a huge rake out of his chest, and you feel your claws scream against this guard's breastplate as it tears through, and blood begins swelling out from the cuts that you made as you just slam him to the floor, essentially, and he is now prone. I will give him the snail of being prone. Anything else?
Nope. That's me done.
All right. So the guard that you've just knocked prone, he's trying to shove you up using sort of like the shaft of this polearm-like weapon that he's carrying, and he's attempting to throw you off as he stands to his feet. He barely makes it to his feet, at which point he just goes, "Ah, you'll see what's coming to you. It'll be the hells for you." And he's gonna make a desperate swing down with this polearm weapon.
Yeah, I don't feel bad. I just realized I was going to feel bad for hurting these people. They're like being assholes.
They're like
Screw
actively
it.
threatening us, yeah.
Fuck
That
'em.
is that's only a 13 to hit.
Yeah, AC's 14s.
All right, that does not hit. All right, and with that, he sort of clumsily slams his polearm into the side of this table, just completely missing your form. And we'll go to Zimmy. Would you like to do anything, Zimmy?
Well, I suppose I should roll initiative.
You can just enter at the end of this round if you want. I can't imagine that there'll be too much more combat going on.
Okay. Well, essentially, because I wouldn't be actively going down there because I said, shout if there's trouble, and they haven't
Right.
shouted. I would instead essentially ready myself to hit someone coming down these stairs.
Okay, so if somebody runs down the stairs that you snuck up, you're gonna swing at them. All right, got it. Derek, you're back.
Can I stand here? There's a table there. Can I stand there?
You can vault the table if you like.
I'm going to do it. Here
All
I
right,
go.
make me an acrobatics check. It's a big
This
table.
is going to fail miserably. Yep. I got a 4 acrobatics. That's a 15.
Yeah, you managed to hop up
Hey.
onto the table. Now you have the high ground. What would you
I
like
have
to
the
do?
high ground.
Yeah, it's
I'd
over.
like to take a swing.
All right, you're gonna swing down
Uh,
at this poor guard who's just made it back to his feet.
Yeah. And I say, we don't want to fight you. Just let us go before I swing. Does he say anything?
He just kind of looks up at you fearfully at this point.
All right, I'll take a swing. I rolled a
He
12.
didn't say I saw.
12 does not hit, I'm afraid. He manages to just swing up this polearm and bat away your incoming blade.
I guess I could swing up. I keep forgetting. I
You do
two
have another
weapons.
attack. Yeah, you do have 2
Oh, hey! That's even worse. That's a 10.
That does not hit either, I'm afraid. He
All
manages
right.
to just about parry both blows directed at him. Anything else?
He's used to people on the high ground. No, that's it for me.
All right, Adrastus, you're back up.
Yeah, I think just with a snarl, I'm going to attack again.
All right.
So, and because Derek's here, I get pack tactics,
You do.
which is really good because one of those was a 3. That's a 16.
16 hits.
Yep. And 2.
You don't have to roll damage. So
Okay.
Nice.
with your next claw, you just once again you just tear across his chest, and he sort of spins away, falls, and does not resume movement, and was seemingly very, very dead.
Okay.
We got to get out of here. I don't even know if we should have killed these guys, but obviously something's going on. They're dead gods. The naked. They looks like they took the armor. We got to get out. Where are the others? Where's Zimmy?
Would I? Okay, so I know you said I would have difficulty. Would I be able to move back up the corridor we came up?
As
In
a
direwolf form?
direwolf,
Yeah.
not particularly. No, that's a pretty narrow stone corridor. The direwolf is big.
I mean, it's large. Yeah.
Yeah, it's large size. So
Okay, that's fine. I think I just start looking around the room.
Yeah.
all right, what would you like to look at? Is there anything in particular, or are you just having a rummage?
Having a rummage.
All right, make me just make me an investigation check.
Okay.
Where are the doors in this room?
There is one. I mean, they're the grey bits that you can see.
Yeah.
There's one to the right and one to the left.
I see. All right.
Investigation. That is a 13.
Okay, you sort of have a look around, and nothing seems to jump out about the room itself as particularly unordinary to you, but upon further inspection, the guards that you've just killed, as you sort of begin your search near them, the young man who you cut down, although it's hard to see through the rips you made in his breastplate, he appears to have roughly etched some sort of symbols onto his chest plate. It's hard to make out what it is, and upon inspection of the other body, you can see the young woman was doing similar to the helmet and face guard that she wore. They appear to be crude runes of some sort. It's hard to decipher, but they certainly seem to have been not exactly treating their equipment with the utmost respect upon further inspection.
Okay. And we wouldn't recognize the runes at all.
Let me have a look at your character sheet.
Not with the 13.
Hey.
Hey.
Nope, you wouldn't.
I'll turn back into human form and just kind of tap the armor and be like, have you seen anything like this before, Derek?
I can only assume the answer is no.
Derek, what languages do you speak?
I speak Common and Elvish.
Nope.
Yeah, I figured. Nah, this is French to me.
Right. And are there any other doors around that we can see in this room, Connor?
There's the
One
one
to
on
the
the
left,
one
one
on
to
the
the right.
left, and one on the right.
Or on the right, okay. I'm gonna go.
Well, saying
check
these aren't doors like the normal jail cells. These seem to be heavy stone doors inlaid with intricate handles and locks in the case of the one on the left-hand side of the map.
Before we go any further, we should probably go check on Zimmy.
Yeah, I assumed that the fighting noises would have alerted him, but obviously not. Let's go figure out if
Yeah.
he's doing whatever
Yeah, and
kobolds do.
start heading back up the stairs as sneaky as I can.
All right,
Same.
you guys make your way back upstairs to find Zimmy just sort of sitting staring at the other staircase.
Well, so I figured I was in this little corner nook here. So they might actually be the ones who get surprised when they walk up and they don't see me and then they turn around.
It's
Okay.
not quite that harsh of a nook, unfortunately. But you do
Wasn't
see you do go up to see the rather strange form of Zimmy sort of prowling in a corner right beside you.
Okay. Zimmy, what have you seen anything?
There's just like a guy in there. He's the one who yelled at Derek before.
Is he
I heard you guys fighting. You guys were fine. You didn't yell for me.
Is he
Oh.
doing anything?
He's just sitting in a chair.
My mother. Do you have that note still, Adrastus? I know you had it last.
Yes, I do.
That note told me that mommy wanted her money back. This guy probably has it. Supposedly, we're supposed to kill him.
Yeah.
Those are Ollie's words, not mine.
Yeah, let's. Okay.
Yeah, let's see if I can do this a little easily, and I'll try to stealth my way towards his back. Nothing
Are you
personal,
going up
kid
the
style.
staircase then?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
try
why don't
stealth
you make me a stealth check?
and I can definitely try. Wah. Hey, that is really good. 23.
All right, yeah, you very silently creep up the stairs, and as you approach his back, as you get closer, you can see again that there appears to be these etchings into his pauldrons and his helmet, but more importantly, you manage to get behind him without so much as a noise, and you now realize why he wasn't alerted when you were fighting previously. As you get closer to him, you can just hear this sort of furious, almost like a scribbling and like drawers being opened and closed, and all sorts of busy work coming from behind the door that he seems to be so evident on staring at. And he seems again to just kind of be mumbling to himself under his breath.
I would like to try and perform a coup de grace and just kill this dude.
Try to assassinate him? Or I actually don't know how the rogue's assassination works in 5e, so...
I don't know either.
That's Pathfinder.
I just... Yeah. Yeah. I can just try to attack him, I guess.
Yeah,
If we're
he's
just going easy.
defenseless and unaware at this point. Just make an attack against him.
I rolled a 22.
All right, yeah, you stand up and well, I'll roll like a reflex save for him. Hang on. Okay, yeah, that's
Reflex save, eh? Love it.
that's a 4. So
Hey!
yeah, you stand up and silently drawing one of your short swords out of its sheath, you just grab the top of his helmet and just plunge it almost hilt deep into his neck. And without so much as a gurgling sound, he just goes limp in the chair.
I'd like to find the gold, please.
Would either Zimmy or myself have been able to hear anything?
You guys didn't sneak up there, so I'd go with no.
No. Okay.
Zimmy doesn't
Sorry,
wanna see this.
Derek, what were you saying?
I'm just trying to search his body for the gold Ollie gave him.
Make me no, fuck it. You can find it pretty easily. It's on his belt pouch. Yes, you do find it's. Unless you would like to spend the time to count it now, you appear to find what appears to be quite a laden coin purse of gold.
It's not my money. I'm gonna. I will take just a quick glance into whatever he's looking into, or what he was looking into.
The door.
The door, yeah. The weird noises.
As you go closer to the door, it is another one of those like stone style doors that you saw in the antechamber. It appears to have almost like a handle inset into the stone itself. Are you going to try to sort of pull it open or push it open?
I can't see through the door at all. It's just stone door.
No, it's like a stone door.
Oh, do I do it? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna peer in very, very little, just like trying to catch a glimpse of whatever's in there.
Well, as you turn the handle, it is a strange sensation. You push the door, and the handle turns, and you can feel the latch going. But it is as though somebody has barricaded it from the inside. As very, very briefly into your motion, it suddenly judders to a halt.
He was talking to it.
And at this point, you hear from inside the room, "I really told you to go away! You horrible man!"
I'm not so horrible. It's not that guy. He's not doing so hot. Took a mad spell. He's a little sick now.
Well, I wouldn't wish illness on my worst enemy, but it seems as though you may have done me a service. And at this point you hear a scraping noise, and all of a sudden you can feel the motion in the door restore if you're wanting to open it further.
Can I come in? I'm a little worried there's going to be some giant trap, a boulder, a fireball when I open this door.
And at this point you hear a soft chuckle from behind the door. It goes, No, I've disabled that. Thank you for the reminder. You may come in. I would like to meet my heroic savior.
I'll just go, "Hey guys," and then open the door.
All right. Upon
Okay,
opening the door, I assume that the two of you go up to meet him.
Yeah, elbow Zimmy and start wandering up the stairs.
All right. The two of you.
Oz and I are playing crisscross.
Look, we got so close. I can
Verbal
almost see where it
crisscross.
connects.
All right.
Eyes
So, upon opening the door, you see the form of a rather eccentric-looking elven man with curly hair and a large ruffled collar on. He appears to be holding a sheaf of papers and scribbling on them furiously with a quill. And he looks up at you and he simply goes, "Oh, marvelous. Thank you for dealing with that nasty brute. He's awful, isn't he?"
I have to ask the question. I'm sorry. Why are you here?
Why, I'm the scribe. What an incredulous question to ask a man in his very own office.
The scribe for... I'm assuming I would have heard that since we're up there, we'd have heard this conversation.
Yeah, you're right behind
Yeah.
Derek at this point.
The scribe for what?
Well, the Daylothian Guard, of course. I'm the scribe of this jail. I admit it's had some personnel problems in the past couple of weeks, hence the, well, makeshift security I've employed, but I remain very dedicated to my duties.
You employed these people.
No, I'm employed by Dayloth itself. These guards, I suppose, they showed up of their own volition. I thought it prudent to lock the door.
These guards appear to have murdered everyone else in
Yes, that did seem to be the case. I've been in here 2 weeks. Tell you get awfully sick of Goodberries.
Nice.
here. I mean, would you like to come with us?
No, I have quite a bit of filing to do here. No.
Are you sure?
Most sure, yeah. And he sort of gestures around his office, and you can see just the mayhem of ledgers and stacks of paper that appear to be knocked over and rebuilt 1,000 times as the room is just a tornado of bureaucratic mess at this point.
I think. Go ahead.
Is there anything we need to know about the layout of this place? We've still got 2 comrades who we haven't seen since we were moved here.
Well, this here is the office of dangerous and exotic contraband, of which I'm responsible. But, well, where in the jail were you?
Motion just out the door. Like right
down
there.
the stairs.
This is the northern cell block. I assume your friends are in the south. Head down the staircase
Great.
and take the door on your left.
I kind of grabbed the helmet off the dude that I just killed, and I ask if have you ever seen, there's like markings of runes or something. You ever seen something like this before?
Unfortunately so. When these blighters arrived, I tried to beat the buggers off myself, but that proved a little harder than expected. I did see some of what they're up to, though, and they seem awfully fond of these runes and symbols. I think they're trying to do something. Not sure what, though.
It's really vague.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not exactly an expert on the matter.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. What's up the stairs to the north?
Oh, that'll lead you to the back corridor to the Warden's office, and, if you take the other fork of that road, you'll end up in what used to be the exercise ground, although I fear it has a rather more sinister purpose now, from what I saw. Yes, they seem to think they could, tan me for a bit, but then they realize that really I'm just very, very dedicated to my job.
What were they trying to convince you to do? Or
Well-
to turn you? What was their argument?
Well, I think it was sort of a cake or death scenario, really. I chose run away and lock the door, but I wasn't always a scribe. I have quite a bit of magical means at my disposal, and I imagine they wanted to make use of those.
Okay.
I don't know if it adds more paperwork to you, but it seems like we need the bereavement slips out here. There's a few people that might not have made it.
Yes, I feared as much. I've been preparing the paperwork and restitution to their families in anticipation of such a fact.
I'm terribly sorry. I never caught your name.
Ah, Scribe Caius.
Okay. Caius, are you sure you don't want to come with us?
Oh, quite sure. I have of course, there's a lot of artifacts in this room I must look after, and, well, imagine all the filing and the paperwork if one of those was to go missing, so, yes, I'd I feel much more at home here. However, you are doing a great service to the city in restoring this once fine establishment. The doers of the city will thank you, I believe.
Is there anything in here that will be useful for us?
Come to think of it, I suppose you have done me somewhat of a solid. I shall attempt to return the favor, although I do not, and well, I say I do not. I relish the thought of finally getting to put some of these to use. And at this, he kind of shuffles over to another part of the room, and you see now that he is almost ankle deep in just discarded paperwork and files, and he brushes some off of a large chest of drawers and seems to be rummaging through a pile of small wooden boxes until eventually he finds what he wants. He turns around with a bright look in his eyes and smiles at you and goes, "Here it is. It seems as though I've ran into some good fortune in my heroic saviors here, so here's a bit of good fortune to return the favor." And he hands the small wooden box to you, Derek.
What is it?
Ah.
A ghost isn't going to jump out at me or something, is it?
Well, inside you'll find the portent of good fortune. It's a most meticulous relic seized off a rather unscrupulous smuggler.
I opened the box.
You open the box, and inside there is a gold coin. And upon the gold coin is simply the engraving that appears to be the head of a beautiful woman, from what you can tell. And on the other side, there is simply a cross.
He gave me one gold piece. I think I got this. I think I got a few more of these in my bag here.
At this point,
I mean, I
Caius
thank
chuckles to
you. It's
himself,
lovely,
and he just goes, "No, my dear friend, no. When you find yourself in dear need of a bit of good luck, I'd try flipping that coin. And, well, be warned. There are only two outcomes when you put your fate in the hands of Lady Luck, as they say. But it can turn it around in a pinch for you."
It's good to know.
Addressed us.
Yeah.
This Kaya seems loonier than a mountain noogle.
Whoa. How dare
Coming
you.
from you, Zimmy, that's... I can't... But he's been in here for 2 weeks eating nothing but good berries, so...
And probably paper.
I feel like he's been like this a bit longer than 2 weeks.
Gentlemen, you are approximately 5 feet in front of me, and I can hear everything you're saying. I don't take offense, though. I know my methods may be somewhat eccentric, but, well, this is a merry occasion, and I hope my gift does you well. But be warned, it is a powerful tool.
I have one weird question for you right before we leave, because I know we can't daddle. We got people in this. We need to get out, and we need to get out.
Oh, yes, your friends are in jail, of course.
Yes.
What did you do to get thrown in jail?
We weren't.
I probably
thrown
should
in
have asked
jail.
that before I gave you stuff.
Honestly,
Now I think of it, there's
looking-
probably a form for that.
Do you really have the time to fill out more paperwork?
You have seen my office, yes?
Yes, exactly right.
I
I'll
always
spare
have
you the
time for
details,
paperwork.
but Dayloth believed that we were under bad times, and it wasn't. It wasn't what they thought.
Ah. Well, I
Take
see
it
by
from-
your
take it
dress
from
that
me.
you're Sentinels of the Silver Island, and, well, I've always thought to trust you folk, so I believe you're here with good intention. Good luck, and I hope you find your friends.
Thank you. One weird question before we leave.
Of course.
Are we still in Dayloth? Is this place that we're in right now
yes.
in Dayloth?
You're on the
Okay.
eastern wall.
I just wanted to make sure, because I've been in and out of sleep, and people have been changing
No,
jails
this is,
a couple times, and maybe we were in somewhere
This
crazy.
is the
I don't know.
fort on the eastern wall, yes.
All right, that's good to know.
As they call it Sunset Fort. But
Sunset Fort.
What is to the so we go downstairs and we go into the left, we get into the south block. What is on the big door on the right hand side out of that living area bit?
that's the way out.
It's the way out. Okay, just checking.
Yes, this is a rather, we'll say, subtle establishment of the Daylothian City Guard. They tend to keep people here who are at risk of flight. There's no overhead establishment for this. You are underneath the wall of the city right now.
Ooh.
That'll lead to a tunnel out, and, if I may ask one favor of you, if you find the Warden, even if he's been turned by these people, do try to spare him. He's a good bloke.
We can try.
Yes. Well,
It's your life or mine. Unfortunately, there's only one right answer to that.
too true.
Hmm.
But the paperwork that goes with signing in a new Warden is an atrocity.
Right. Well, we'll leave you to your paperwork.
Yes, do
thank you
close the
so-
door.
Yeah. Thank you, Caius, and best of luck.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Don't be offended if I prop the old chair up against the door after you're gone. Maybe give me a good knock if it's you, and I'll let you in.
No problem.
Got it.
So I'm gonna go south
Yeah.
to where he said the south door chambers were.
All right, so you guys leave Caius in his office, and as soon as you leave the office, the furious shuffling begins to restart after the slam of the door, and you guys make your way down to the antechamber and head to the door on the left, which opens freely with its stone handle, and eventually you see down the staircase that you head down to. You see the forms of Nyx and Ozovax Croxel in their cells. You two, you see your three rather weary-looking companions approach you.
I am in shock.
About bloody time!
Who let you out?
Morning.
Excuse me. I let myself out.
I mean, if you guys are going to ask questions, we can leave you in here.
No, let us out. Get the keys.
Rude.
I mean, I don't have any keys, but and I'll actually start fiddling with the lock just because I'm that pompous right now.
Do you want to try lockpicking it?
Yes.
All right.
I'll be like
Make
subtly
me
ripping up
a
the
thieves
thing.
tool check.
I got a thieves' tools.
Can I pause for just a second?
Hey.
Yeah, what's up, Justin?
I have to get something for Abigail.
That's okay.
I need
want,
to give her her scarf.
I want to get a beer, so I'm gonna go get a beer. We can actually we can take a short break here if we want. And,
Let me out!
we literally get to Alias and Craig. We're like, bye. Thanks for playing, you fucking idiots. Let's take a few minutes break, and we'll be back in a minute.
I
I'm gonna
rolled
go
an
get-
18, by the way, just in case anyone remembers.
We're back. And John, you were just reading out your roll for lockpicking. What
I
was it?
rolled a 22.
All right, 22 with the thieves' tools. So you're fumbling around with the lock on Nyx's cell, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you managed to get your tools in and lever it a little bit until you very quickly realize this is like a deadbolt lock. Like without the correct key, there is no way that you're going to be able to slide the bolt out.
Well, I look a little weird, and I'll address this. You know what to do.
Yeah,
Thanks.
sorry guys, you're stuck in here. Right, we'll see you later.
Come back here. Do not leave.
Nyx, ask nicely.
Yes. Please let us out.
Okay, and I'll just like do the.
That's
rip-
really creepy.
All right, so you melt the locks off of the cell doors of Oz and Nyx, and you guys are now free and to regain your equipment and whatnot. And
All
the
right,
party is reunited.
We've
I'm
done
going to
it.
ask them. All right, where did you get the shiny paper from?
Yeah, how the heck did you get out?
It was Ollie.
Well, he's here.
Yeah, he's back.
Ollie?
So-
In the prison.
Yeah, well, no, he's not in the prison. Nyx will explain later. He's essentially our commander.
Okay, right. I'm going to
we-
grab my shit.
We will be meeting him shortly.
Yeah, he paid off a guard to give me the note. The note is actually made of some type of, I don't know, flash paper, melty paper goo, and that's how I got out. And then we just did it with everybody else.
I will say, after melting the locks off the doors, you probably have like 20% of the paper remaining. If you would like to
Yeah,
Stash
stow
it.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
stash that away. Yeah,
Yeah.
Drastus, you hold on to that.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, wait, maybe that's not a good idea because sometimes you're a wolf and you can't use it.
yeah, that's what I was. Yeah,
Oz, it works well with fire as well. You can just kind of light a spark under it and it'll work as well. Maybe you should hold on to it.
Oh well, thank you.
Okay. Just group opinion. do we want to investigate any more, or are we happy just getting out of here?
Investigate any more.
Cookie
of what?
Caius man said we should check on the warden.
I mean,
Zimmy
but he also
says
said not to kill
no.
him, but we've
Yeah.
killed basically everybody else.
Wait,
Zimmy
Well,
would like
no.
to leave.
who's Caius?
I
He's a-
vote
he's
Zimmy for party leader, by the way.
eccentric scribe. We
So
tried to
confused.
rescue him. Everything's fine. Don't worry. If you hear someone shuffling about upstairs, that's fine.
Okay.
Essentially, if we go, we can leave but basically the exits there, or we can investigate. Apparently, there's some stairs that lead to the training ground, but I don't know how many people are there.
In my tribe, we differentiate the right thing to do from the smart thing to do. I don't think we should do it.
Well,
I think
I
we
don't know
should
about
leave.
you, but I got fed the most disgusting meal, and I wish to speak with the guard who gave it to me.
Oh.
Unless you
He's-
killed him already.
He's
We
probably
might
dead.
have. I don't know. But again, we can check on the warden just to make sure he's all right. Because these guys seem to be so as you come out here, and we'll lead you to the main
Yeah.
room there, you'll see there'll be some dead gods, and then there'll be some dead gods in armor. These armored gods definitely aren't the original gods, and it seems like these people are.
Hmm,
So what? They've
this
been.
one smells familiar. Yep, you killed him. I'm sad.
I mean, and yeah, so and I think at this point I just gesture to the big doors, but if we leave there, that is the way out.
So what, you're
Also,
wanting
what-
to look around the rest of the prison?
It's the group consensus.
Yeah, the scribe said that just to check on the
Warden?
Warden.
Thank you. Check on the warden, just to make sure he hasn't, whatever happened here. Maybe he's been changed, or someone else took his job or something, just to make sure he's all right. But that was it.
Well, I think Zimmy put it best. It's the right thing to do. We are sentinels after all. We should check out the
Personally,
rest of the
I don't
prison
care either
and
way.
help
I
them.
go where you go. So
All right.
Last
Seems like
time we
we made a
did what
consensus.
Sentinels should do, we kind of released a Primarch, but
And we ended up in jail.
okay.
Well, practice makes perfect.
God.
And yeah, I guess I'll start up the stairs towards the.
All right.
I warned that this is bad, but
yeah.
So, are you guys
I
heading
will
to
follow.
the north or the south?
Well,
I'm
you
just
said that the
following down.
warden.
You
was
said the north, yeah.
I did. All right, cool. So you
The
guys are heading
warden
up the
of the north.
northern fork.
Yes.
So avert your eye. If you're watching this, avert your eyes from the map unless you want spoilers. I can't hide it. Sorry. All right. So you've been warned. You guys head up that staircase until eventually you reach what appears to be an empty guard room. And that's sort of like a small chamber. However, there's another staircase leading upwards that appears to be to what would represent almost like a main office position. It's definitely the back of this establishment, and judging by the staircase and the kind of slightly more gilded and emblazoned door at the top of it, it would appear to lead into the warden's office.
Oh yeah, just it doesn't matter really for right now, but we are underground, just in case that matters for any of your crazy magical know-how.
Right. Okay.
And I'll lead up the stairs.
Opening the
I will
door.
follow.
Opening the door.
All right. You open the door, and inside is revealed a very beautifully sort of decorated office, simple but nice wood and large central rug
Oh.
and several sort of actual ornamental pieces decorating this, a few paintings here and there, but the warden is very clearly deceased, slumped back in his large oaken chair with what appears to be some form of strange weaponry you're unfamiliar with slumped down beside him. On the other side of the room from the warden, there appears to be two dead cultists that you recognize wearing the teal robes of the Cerulean Dawn, with several short, ugly arrows punched into them, as well as a few, for good measure, in the walls behind them. But the warden, with scorch marks and stab wounds, is deceased in his chair.
Well, that is upsetting.
That's
Unfortunate
unfortunate.
end.
At least the way that the scribe talked to him, he seems like a nice enough guy. Well, we'll at least let the scribe know on the way out that unfortunately he's not with us anymore.
Is there anything on the warden's table, like any letters or anything that
It looks like whatever was on there got kind of dashed off of it in the fight that appeared to happen in this room. Other than a few bloody handprints smeared and a few papers just thrown around the floor, there's nothing that really grabs your eye. There's like a couple of candlesticks and some cutlery, but nothing really appears to be of note from the table.
Okay.
Can I check out his weapon?
Sure. Yeah, you go to the warden's body, slumped back in his chair, and down by his right hand, he has this large, what you now recognize to be some form of crossbow, but its body
Okay.
is weightier and bulkier than usual.
Well, looks like you put
Upon-
up a good fight, at least, judging by the look of those two.
Make me,
Whatever those two are.
make me an intelligence check to see if you can get a bit of more of a handle on this strange weapon.
What's my intelligence?
The barbarian doing
Not
int
very
checks. Let's go.
7.
Nice.
7. You can tell that this is definitely more complex than an ordinary crossbow, but you can't for the life of you figure out what this thing is.
All right, I'm just gonna be like, everyone wants this. It's here. Just saying. Dump it on the table.
Yeah.
I won't use it.
Seems
I
like
will,
your kind of thing, Derek. A crossbow.
Well, it depends. Is it a one-handed crossbow?
The size of this thing, it would definitely be a two-handed weapon.
Yeah, I can't use. I don't know how to hold it with two hands. I'm only good with my hand crossbows.
So is it just like a thing where you put the one up and put the other one up and it just does this the whole time?
Yeah, you just pew pew pew.
Finger guns.
Yeah.
All right.
I will take a look at these cultists, though. Is there anything on their bodies of note? A contract of something like that?
No, they appear to be almost, except for the robes, almost naked, essentially. They have no identifying equipment or anything on them at all, except some short daggers tucked into their belts or scattered across the floor in the case of one of them, and these crudely dyed teal robes.
Connor, quick question.
Hello.
Would Nix know who these cerulean dudes are?
No.
No.
Unless the party has explained it to you.
I think we did say.
You told them about
Trash.
Mortis and Anne. I'm not sure how much you told them about the cult itself.
I think we did
They
mention
said-
it.
mention it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
they mentioned the name.
Then you would reckon
Yeah.
you would probably put 2 and 2 together, I would say. Even with
Okay.
your intelligence score. You would probably put 2 and 2 together and figure out
Okay.
who these guys are.
All right.
All
Right. Well, should we go let? Should we go let the scribe know?
Yes.
May as well. There's nothing that can hurt.
No. I don't really fancy checking out the training ground. I will say.
No,
Unless
that
you
sounds awful.
Unless anyone has a great desire to purge.
Well,
No.
I do think we should try and put a stop to whatever's going on here. If this is the Cerulean Dawn, then, well, they're our enemies.
I agree, but this is also a prison and was a prison before the Cerulean Dawn came around. So who knows what kind of crazy madmen we're perhaps unlocking. What happens if we fell, Arzax? These people would just be able to walk out the front door.
But if we leave, they'll just be able to
Well,
walk
not
out.
if we lock the door.
We don't have keys, Derek.
I mean,
Also, there's more than likely multiple entrances. You don't have
I
one
will-
cave exit.
I will save you all the
Thanks.
trouble and say that you can see a keyring on the warden's belt.
oh, look at that.
Look at
A
that.
key,
The
mark
DM's
the
being
doors.
merciful.
Look, I'm just saying, if we just run and leave this, can we rely on the city guard to sort it? Or, I think
No.
I think we are here to, perhaps we should at least try. rather
They
than
do
run
seem
away.
pretty inept. Not gonna lie.
You're right. I don't know. Yeah.
And you
alright.
got to kill something. I want to too.
Yeah, we did pretty quick. It was they were easy targets. Hopefully, everyone's that easy that we have to fight.
You savages finding enjoyment.
You were
out
the
of
first
killing.
one to kill. You called
I
a
didn't-
savage. You
you
shot
didn't
someone in the
stay
back as they
still.
were fleeing.
Zimmy, this whole
She
thing
didn't say that.
This is all
technically
your fault.
This is your fault, Zimmy.
She didn't stay down.
I'm not sure about this. We don't normally argue like this.
Well, I'm cranky and they've been feeding us crap for the past I don't know how many days. So yes, let's go punch things, please.
Okay. And then we'll go.
Can I cast Goodberry?
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
summon some
Nice.
good berries and just hand them to everyone. Be like, right, here you go. Are we gonna stop being cranky now, Nix?
Yes.
A single berry.
No, Nick's, everyone gets 2 because there's 10, I think, in total.
It's something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So everyone gets 2 good berries.
Well, enjoy your 2 grapes, everyone.
I mean, good berries are awesome, but they're like
Those are
feed you for
tasty.
the day. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, they're like a full meal.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a pint of Guinness and a grape.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Right,
okay.
let's-
I
Let's
just
go.
want to know. I just want the cosmos to know that I think this is a bad idea, but I'll support you all.
I
Cosmos, did
apologize
you
for
get
my
that?
outburst. I'm fine now. I was just a little hangry.
Crazy.
I mean, I understand what Ozovax is saying. If we need to, right the wrongs in this prison, let's do that. But I just don't want to step on anyone's toes if there's a riot going on outside and it's the gods of the Cerulean Dawn fighting prisoners. I don't know.
Yeah.
We can do it.
We
Let's
are-
do it. You know what? Let's do it. Let's have some fun.
We are sentinels. Well, 3 of us are sentinels. That is pretty much in our job description, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Onwards and upwards, I guess.
Connor, is there another exit to the warden's office?
Yes, to the south
Yes.
there is a matching staircase that seems to descend downward somewhere.
Shall we head that way then?
New terrain's
Sure.
always good. Let's
Don't
go
see why
that
not.
way.
All right, so you guys make your way down onto that staircase and you head down, and you seem to be apparently what is actually a balcony looking into the training ground. Now, you can hear some noises as soon as you're out here. You can hear what appears to be almost like a whooshing noise, which is satisfying to say, but you appear to hear some sort of whooshing noise coming down from within the training ground itself, as well as a muted conversation, but you can't really pick up on the words from here. If you could go and look over the edge down into the training ground, which from sound appears to be maybe 10 or 15 feet down, not too far at all.
I will go and look.
All right. Nyx, as you
Yes.
look out,
The tallest one shall go and look.
he's going to reveal all of this. As you look out, you see 2 figures standing in this large central, almost Colosseum-like building.
Ooh.
In the middle of them, there is a large blue swirling portal from which it's now quite clear the sound is emanating. Within that portal, you do see the flickering shape of a figure, but nothing more. The other 2 seem focused entirely on maintaining the energy coursing from them into this portal, and seem to be occasionally communicating in hushed tones between the 2 of them.
What the hell is this? Get over here. I motion to the guys to come have a look.
I assume the rest of you go and see the same.
See, this is exactly the sort of thing we need to stop.
Can I note, is anyone wearing Cerulean Dawn colors?
Ooh, make me a perception check.
All right. Wow, I'm rolling really well today. 21.
Good
21,
lord, that's like
so-
the 6th 21.
I know.
The 2 in
I
front
rolled
of you,
19.
you recognize from heading around Daloth that the 2 people, the man and the woman, are dressed in a captain's regalia of the Daloth Guard, a high-ranking set of armor, essentially. However, you can see, even from here, that they have desecrated it with some of the same symbols and some of the same carvings that the guards you fought earlier have done.
Aloth Gate was an inside job.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah,
Mind
this definitely seems like at least the same. There's markings on all the armor back there. Yeah, I can see it from here that they look at the same kind of problems. This was a good idea, but I don't like the giant portal. I don't like that.
Oh, any suggestions? Do we just go, hey, you 2, stop playing with the light show, or what?
Well,
Maybe,
what if...
maybe not in those exact words.
we do have to, take them out, to put it bluntly, but what if, I would stay up here and anyone else who prefers to engage from range, and maybe you can enter from another door and we fight them from 2 angles, and
Can I
I'm safe
s-
up here.
Can I see another door from where I
Yeah.
am?
Yes, you can see
The one
the
diagonally
door,
across.
presumably, leading to the corridor that you originally headed
Okay.
up to the warden's office.
Is it like a locked thing again? I'm assuming it's
It
closed.
appears to just be a stone door. You can't really tell what it is.
Okay, cool.
If it's locked or not,
Alright.
I mean. So.
All right, so
You have
if
the
we're
keys.
we do. So are we engaging with these 2? Shall
So,
we go around the side and then on the count of 3, spook them?
Oh, we have a word. Does everyone remember the word that we use when there's something going on?
No.
Banana bread.
Banana bread?
Banana bread.
Just go with it, honestly.
That sounds disgusting. What is that?
Oh, I love banana bread. It's delicious.
The Bricktown specialty.
Well, you'll have to enlighten me one day. But yeah, let's go break up this little party, shall we? I'm gonna head back through.
Oz, are you staying up here then?
Connor, would I have a clear angle from the balcony here, to fire down, or would I?
I would say yes. You wouldn't be able to shoot in the immediate vicinity of the balcony, but further into the sort of arena, if you like, yes, you would be able to.
All right, okay. All right, yeah, I'll stay up here and just fire from up here.
Zimmy, what are you gonna do?
I'm staying up here.
Okay. And right, try not to die.
Yeah, good
Cool.
luck.
So, quick question. My send message thing, I need to see who I'm
Yes.
looking at. I can't just think of them. And
Yes,
send
you
them a
need to see
message.
them, yeah.
Okay, I can't see them off on the balcony now, right?
Not
'Cause-
when the door's closed, no.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to open the door then. Be like, all right, well, let's go crash a party, shall we? Open it and burst through if I can.
As you burst through the door,
Rawr.
both blades held in the offhand of each of these characters turns around, sweeps towards you, and the woman simply stares at you and goes, "Explain yourselves."
You explain yourself. What's going on here?
We are delivering all of you.
Delivering?
Come now.
Do we look like an Amazon package?
Wow, nice.
Nice. Relevant. She just looks at you and just goes, "Come on. You don't think we didn't bring you here for a reason?"
Oh,
And with
so
that, I'd
you're
like
the
you
reason for
all-
the shitty food.
I'd like you all to roll initiative, please.
I mean, I'm a part of the Cerulean Dawn. I signed a contract. I don't know.
Yeah, just bring up contract law. That'll do it.
I am rolling like doo-doo butts.
I rolled really badly at that time.
I got a 16. I'm rolling okay.
God damn it. See all these 21s that I was rolling when it didn't matter. Now
Yeah.
I rolled a 9. God damn
I rolled a 9 too.
Hey.
Yay! We're 9
Oh.
friends.
There's only 5 of us.
God,
I'm
who
just
rolled
not
the 24?
You're too slow. I rolled an 18 plus my proficiency, plus my
Yes.
initiative bonus, plus my wisdom bonus.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm a
Nice,
gloomy man.
nice, nice, nice.
Is everybody in? They're all
Yep.
in.
Yes.
Sick one, brovs. All right, Zimmy, who is tall, you are first. Let's
I
put
would
some.
like to-
Hang on, we need some slapping combat tunes. What are we gonna
Yeah.
go with?
Heck yeah.
Let's go with a bit of Witcher today. Why not?
Slapping.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right.
I got me 3d20s. I got my ambush. Since it's my first attack this combat, I'm gonna shoot the guy.
All right. Make your roll.
That one's not that great. So I got a 15, a 18, and a 23.
Is that 3 attacks?
Yeah, those are 3 separate
Okay.
attacks.
The 18 and the 23 hit.
Oh, fantastic.
As he slings a shield off of his back into his left hand, he gets it up a moment too late and only catches the third arrow as the others clink into his plate mail.
And that's plus 4. Okay. Jeez. All right. So it's these plus an additional one of these. Oh, that's nice. So 13, 14 plus 8 is 20.
Two.
Math is too hard.
22. 22 damage?
Yes, I was
All
getting
right.
there.
Sweet.
Not gonna lie, that's why I say my numbers out loud, because
Yeah.
I hope people help me.
Yeah. Just let you flounder.
So just as he
Wow,
adopts his
just
combat
struggle.
stance towards you, you do get 2 clean shots into his breastplate, and you see them chip in and blood begin to trickle out as he levels his sword and shield towards you to be better prepared against the next shots. All right,
And I'm just gonna be like, the tallest. that's done.
Ozovax Croxel, you're up.
So, so there's 3 guys down here. Are they all similarly
No, there's
dressed and
2
armed?
guys, and the big blue thing is the portal.
All right, okay. I'll just.
Okay, so the woman to the north is in what seems to be some sort of like lighter plate mail and wielding a 2-handed sword, and the man at the bottom is sword and shield in plate mail.
All right, I'm just gonna fire a chromatic orb at level 1 at the same one that Zimmy hit.
Okay, make your attack.
So, oh, that bounced out the fucking dice tray. How about that?
That's a big roll.
That's a 15.
All right, 15 does not hit him, I'm afraid.
Blast!
So your chromatic orb spins towards him, and he actually appears to almost like bat it away in midair as it just fizzles out on his shield.
All right, I'll just take cover as best I can behind the balcony if possible.
All right.
Turn.
So at this point, the woman brandishing the silver two-handed sword turns towards you, Nyx, and with the cry just goes, Locke, make sure you have me covered. Charges towards you. And she is going to unleash a two-handed swing, which is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, she'll hit me.
And that deals... Oh, okay, 6 and a 1. That deals 7 points of slashing damage and 3 points of cold damage for 10 points in total. As you feel a biting edge to her blade as it bites into you. And
That hurt.
And then the backswing comes, which
Oh, good.
is
Oh, man.
17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and that hits you for... Oh, that's better. That hits you for 14 points, 3 of which is cold. As the backswing catches you off balance and just slices right up through your chest.
Well, that's
Ouch.
rude. Yeah.
She's not even raging. Makes me sad.
He's not
Yeah.
raging, that is true.
Nope. Well, that hurt.
Right. Adrastus Telemon, you're up.
Okay. Right. If I cast Fairy Fire, can I cast Fairy Fire in a way that's going to make it's a 20-foot cube?
Right.
In a way that would make it so that Nyx won't be affected, but I would hit the other two, or at least one of them.
You would hit... her name's Vez. You would hit Vez.
Says.
I don't think you would hit...
Because I could cast it in the center, but I'd hit Nyx.
Yeah, if you want to hit both of them, Nyx would get hit. If you want to hit just one, you can hit just one. We'll make it simpler.
Will aim to try and just hit the one at the bottom.
Locke. Okay,
Locke.
Captain Locke. Alright, so... you just cast Fairy Fire. Wait, where are you centering that?
So I guess if I'm centering it kind of at the to hit Locke, it'd be a bit for just.
Is that going to hit the guys on the balcony as well? 20-foot cube?
It's a 20-foot cube. No.
Okay.
If I'm aiming it kind of just at the portal thing.
Alright, sure.
Manages to not hit them.
So, you cast your Fairy Fire,
Yep.
and
so
Locke
it's
is
just-
surrounded with the shimmering snail of Fairy Fire, as his form is highlighted in the glittering dust.
Yep. And then I will use my bonus action to turn into a direwolf. Can I turn into a direwolf in that corridor?
Not where you're currently standing
Oh,
there.
that corridor. Okay. Then I will move. Oh, crap, I need to move. Then I will just move next to Vex and turn into a direwolf.
Alright.
So I will give myself the ninja of being a direwolf.
Rare.
Raw XD.
And yes, and I'll make an attack on Vex. Oops.
Oh, you're dead. You've killed
You just
yourself.
killed yourself.
There we go. I'm done.
Wow.
I'm done.
Did you
So yes.
dab? What happened there?
So yes, that it will be me. So I will roll to attack Vex and see how that goes.
Alright, make your attack.
Because
Wait, you
she's-
did Fairy Fire?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, sorry. I
Oh,
want
yeah,
to
that's
attack
your
her.
action.
That was
Yeah,
my
of
action.
course, yeah.
Sorry.
You have like 8 actions? Come on.
All
man.
right.
Sorry. So that's me done.
So you
I'm just-
turn to a
I'm-
direwolf and you run
So-
up next to Vez. Okay.
Yes, that's right.
It is the turn of Locke, who is going to... What's he going to do? He's going to run up and join the melee on the other side of you, Nyx.
Oh,
And
God.
he's going to make a swing with his sword. That first one is a 12. I'm going to assume that doesn't hit.
That misses, yeah.
The second one is a natural 20. All right. It's only a one-handed sword, though, but it deals... wow, that is a miserable roll. It deals 8 points of slashing damage as he manages to just about get you.
Like the worst crit I've ever heard of. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was really, really miserable. There's 2s and 1s all round, by the way. Okay, and he's going to take a second swing, which... No, he already took a second swing. That was the second
Yeah,
swing.
that
Okay,
was the second one.
other than that, he is going to actually just form up against you for now. He's not going to take any other action. Derek, you're up.
Can I assume getting through this would be quite difficult.
Yeah.
Is it possible to tumble or jump or do something to get, let's say, here?
You can... It's difficult, but I'll allow you to
If
make
not,
me...
it's
you
cool.
Can, no,
I
you
just-
can make me a... Actually, probably an athletics check to dash through it all. Go on.
Alrighty. I'm actually better at athletics than acrobatics. Here we go. Whoa. Fuck. I rolled an 11, which is a 2 natural. Hilarious.
All right, I will. I'll say that you make it through, but that it takes all of your movement.
Sure. So I can still do other stuff?
Yes, you still have your action.
Okay, so that's all I get. All right, I'll take 2 meaty swings with my shock and awe.
All right, do it.
That's better. 19 and 20. Unnatural.
Those both certainly hit.
Wicked. Where are my d6s? 6 plus 4 is 10. Plus 11 is 21. Plus 1, 22.
Okay, 22 points of damage. You get a massive swing as you sprint past Adrastus. And yeah, you certainly seem to find purchase on her arm as she's faced to your side.
Seems
Nice.
like I hit both or none. There we
Yeah,
go.
it does seem like that, doesn't it? All right.
And,
Anything
yeah,
else?
That's it for me.
Nyx, you're up.
You're gonna regret that, I say to both of them as I start raging and I go into a frenzy, because why not?
Okay.
Yay! So I get to swing 3 times. Woo.
Brr.
First one to hit is 21. Sorry, 22. 19 and 12.
Sorry, can you read those again? Sorry, I was making a note. 19, 12,
22,
I heard?
19, and 12.
Okay,
yeah.
the 22 and the 19 hit.
Okay, cool. 3. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the first hit.
Okay.
And then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the second.
Okay, nice, awesome. You get 2 very, very hefty swings that almost completely knock her off balance and send her reeling a little bit.
Cool.
Anything else?
That's it. I used all my actions.
All right, Zimmy, you're up.
The scaling is hard for me to understand. We're as
You're
and
about
I
10 or
are-
15 feet up, yeah.
But no, I'm saying like we're not like crowding each other, right?
No, sorry, no. You're next to
Okay.
each other. You have plenty of space on this balcony.
Okay.
Map is just for very rough reference, don't worry.
I'd like to pop some fletchings into some arses.
Do it. Good idea.
That's one way to say it, yeah.
The medieval
Good.
cat busting. I like it.
All right, same man's. He's hopefully fitting to get hurt.
Are you
I guess
shooting
I'm
the guy
ranger
with a
spells.
shield as well?
Eh.
Are you shooting the guy with the shield because you get advantage because of fairy fire?
Yeah, you do.
Yes. Oh, cool.
Voice.
Good thing I have sufficient dice for the occasion. I am also going to use a spell because I have those apparently. As a bonus action, I'll cast Hunter's Mark.
All right.
I get to deal extra damage if I hit.
Wait, what happens? We already have the snail of Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, I was
no.
like, I was actually just thinking like, I've never had to deal with this scenario before. You can have the stopwatch of stop. You have Hunter's Mark on you.
Stop, you violated my laws. Okay. And 2 caps. All right, so that's good. That's awesome. Fantastic. So I got a 28 and a 23.
Yeah, both of those hit.
Okay. D's plus a single D6. D7, 8, 9 plus 8. So that's 17 damage.
Okay, you get 2 very solid shots into the man known as Captain Locke, and at this point, he simply grunts as they impact into his thigh plates, and the arrows at this point are sticking out of his armor, and you hear him just grumble towards his fighting companion. He goes, Buzz, deal with those archers, please.
Right roll.
Anything else?
It's a
You're too slow.
fireball.
No, nothing else.
All right, Oz, you're up.
All right, the same one that's fairy fired.
Okay.
Bard. I'm just gonna chromatic orb. So, all right. Well, I'm not gonna roll second because that's a natural 20.
That certainly hits.
All right. Okay, bear with me because there's a lot of rolls.
Craig trusts his math skills.
I do. I went to school. All right, that's 19 lightning damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, your chromatic orb slams into him, and again, the lightning arcs across his plate as he shudders slightly, but he is still remaining on his feet.
All right.
Resilient
We're not all
bastard buggers.
archers. Wah! I'll just end my turn. That's all I'm gonna do.
All right. So, it is the turn of Vez with the two-handed sword, and at this, she turns back around briefly and stares up towards you, Oz and Zimmy. And she is actually going to break from combat and run down towards here. So the three of you who would get opportunity attacks, if you can do so.
I will stab. Yes.
All right.
Oh, we get to attack her?
Yes.
25.
That hits.
21.
That
I
hits.
rolled an 11.
That does not hit, I'm afraid.
Do I get sneak attack bonus on this or not?
I have no idea. I think it's when you take the attack action. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just say no.
Yeah.
That's
I-
minimum damage. That's
if
5
I-
damage.
Do you still have to make your strength check?
I think that's when you take an
Right.
attack, right?
It just says if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC or be knocked prone. And I hit with a 21, so
Sure. All right, I'll roll it. Is it DC 13?
yes.
Right.
I also did 12 points of damage.
She rolled a 19, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, fair enough.
12 points damage. Sorry, John, how
Yep.
much did you do?
Whopping 5.
Wow, okay. Not so great. All right. That's weird. You've knocked them both onto the same HP. That's impressive. All right.
Nice.
So she
Nice.
breaks away from you, kind of dodging Nyx's blow, but getting caught by Derek and Adrastus. She stumbles forwards, runs just past the portal, looks up towards the two of you, leaps into the air, and bursting into a cloud of mist, coalesces behind you, Oz.
What?
And she is going
What?
to take a swing with her two-handed sword, which is the first one is a 14.
14 misses.
Hey, and the second one is a 23. So I'm going to assume that hits.
Yes.
All right, and that
Short-lived
is
victory.
very nice. That is 14 points of slashing damage
Bloody hell.
as she rakes the sword across you, and has a blood-stained grin on her face. Adrastus, you're up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run around and lunge for lock.
All right.
So 2 dice. That is a 22.
That hits.
Yep, and 2d6 plus 3. Ooh, almost max. 14 points of damage.
Very nice. Yeah, you managed to find Purchase underneath some of his plate, and you certainly get a good chomp off.
Yep.
This is all there
And
is.
a strength check as well,
All right.
if you may. Which you pass all of them, which is really annoying.
No, that's actually an 11, so you do manage to knock him prone under the weight of your attack.
You've done it.
So he now has
Nailed
the
it.
stopwatch of Hunter's Mark, the snail of Fairy Fire, and the vial of I'm on the floor.
Positively vile.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I think I just move around to be at his back instead of at his side for that point.
All right.
That's it done.
So Locke stumbles to his feet after being knocked prone, losing the vial of being knocked prone. And he is going to take a vengeance attack at you, Adrastus.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, and as he's swinging, his sword appears to flash with light as it arcs down towards you. And that
Oh, no.
is
Channeling our inner Coraline. Here we
I
go.
know, right?
18 points of damage, 5 of which is radiant.
Okay.
As the searing blade plunges down into your form. But you seem to be alright. And then he goes for the second swing. That is a 6, so that's not going to hit.
Nope.
Or a 7, so that's not going to hit. Alright, that is... I just about can't see. In that case, with the rest of his turn, he'll simply raise his shielded hand as a film of light rolls over him. And you see some of his wounds close... Well, I'll tell you how much. Some of his wounds close a reasonable amount. All right. And that is the end of his turn. Derek, you're up.
I go see if I can make those wounds open up again. Here we go. Gonna go take a couple stabs. Here we go. One. That is only 15.
15 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
And wow, that's an 11.
That does not hit either.
I'm doing great. In which case, I do nothing this turn. There you go.
All right. You do nothing. Nyx, you're up.
Swinging again. Great sword.
Okay.
It's 16. Ugh. 8.
Okay.
And crap. 10.
None of those hit, I'm afraid, as you're wailing
None?
down your sword at him. They just...
Ugh.
dunk off his shield again and again, and you're almost hammering an indent into his shield at this point, but you don't appear to be able to get a hit round.
God damn it.
Zimmy, you're up.
The 9 team not doing well.
Your tricks are rude. She's fitting to get shot. As we
I will say, because of the shape of the balcony, you are within 5 feet of her, by the way. I know the map's
Oh, I
confusing.
am. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I know the map's confusing, but like she's right next to you in Oz, essentially.
Right. Yeah.
So she'd be more like, I can't really put her where she would be, but yeah.
Is that disadvantage or just a straight minus?
It would be a disadvantage if you're attacking with a ranged weapon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
it is.
I think there's a feat that eliminates that, but
I think so, but I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Spell. Yeah, same.
I just realized I should have rolled extra against this dude. He's still fairy fired, but oh well. It's fine.
oh well.
I just really suck at hitting.
That's why we suck, because we forget fairy fire, just like me. Hey.
In my defense, I actually forgot it too. I wasn't withholding it from you. But
It's okay. I'll believe
I would
you.
withhold it from you because fuck you guys. But Alright.
I forgot it as well, but yeah.
Zimmy, what are you doing?
Well, Zimmy apparently is going to drop his bow and pull out his short sword, baby.
Wow.
It's swung at.
Okay, Zimmy with the lead pipe. Take the sword.
My question is, what
kitchen.
is that though?
Oh, this is just a random PVC that I keep on my desk because I like to do this with it.
Oh, all right. Sure.
Justin, you are naturally a baton twirler. I do agree.
Well, I'm strange. I got a crit for my first attack.
Okay.
And my second attack was just an unnatural 20.
Okay, they both certainly hit. Roll your damage.
Okay, so that's 2 of these, and then just 1 of these. Okay. Not bad. 8, 16, 21 total. 21 total.
21. All right. So you hit 2 savage, unexpected blows into her as you just drop your short bow or your longbow even and pull out your short sword, getting 2 solid thrusts off. But she remains groggily on her feet at this point. All right,
Yeah.
Oz, you're up.
All right, so this one's a little weird. I haven't done this before, but I'm going to use Hungry Jaws. It's a lizard folk
What?
thing. Right. So as a bonus action, I make a special attack with my bite. So it's a melee attack, but it gains me health.
Oh
by
my
hit.
God.
Nice.
Fucking lifesteal.
Be like a little
guy.
vampire.
Exactly.
She should not have attacked us lizardy folks.
So let me just see if I hit first, and then we'll see what happens. All right. Well, that's 17.
As you attempt to clamp down on her with your jaws, her hand just makes it up and a shimmering barrier of force appears in front of her as your tooth actually chips a little bit as you attempt to chomp down on this impenetrable field.
Ah, that really hurt. All right. Well, never mind then. And then I guess I'm going to cast Magic Missile at level 3. So that'll be 5.
Is it your Hungering Jaws a bonus attack action?
Yeah, it's a bonus.
Okay,
action.
cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So I don't have these just hit.
Magic Missile at what, sorry?
At level 3.
Okay, well, mark that off because she's got 1 HP.
Nice.
So, the first magic missile collides with her neck and
I
you
want
hear...
to make sure.
You hear the snap, and after that, Zimmy, all you see is Oz pounding these missiles of force into the deceased body of Vez as the sword clatters to the ground, and the body is thrown back against the wall with the force of all these missiles. And she is very dead after that.
Basically pulp now.
Yeah, she is no bits orange juice after that. Yeah. All right, she goes
Ew.
over.
I like it with a bit.
You're a monster. I like pulp only. It's so good.
Just the pulp. That ends my
Just the
turn.
rind, please. All right, she no longer has a turn. Adrastus, you're up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lunge for the guy again.
All right, make an attack.
So obviously
You
I've got
have
pack
advantage.
tactics. Yeah, but I've got pack tactics. So do you get advantage on top of your advantage?
No.
You can only get it
No,
once.
It's 2,
advantage
okay,
does not
that's fine.
stack. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I roll 20 die 20s.
That is fine because the first
Read
one was
the
a nat
handbook.
1, and the second one's a 23.
Okay, the 23 certainly hits. Roll your damage.
That's fine. 13 points of damage.
That is precisely what you need to kill. Go on. How do you
Nice.
how do you end this tracer's life?
I think with my bite, I would just lunge up and hopefully be quick enough to clamp around his throat.
Yep, you
and
just
like
tear
push him
his
over as
throat
he's
out.
going down.
And yeah, his life force flows from him, and he is very, very dead.
Good.
All right. What would you like to do? The portal still flickers, and
Yeah.
as
What's-
as the clamor of battle dies down, you realize that the figure in the portal is still simply there.
Do we recognize the outline as a dragon-esque?
Maybe a
mortis
perception check.
Sized person. That's not bad. 17.
If you had to guess, this is probably the silhouette of a human, or maybe a half elf or a half orc or something. It's a very, very humanoid silhouette.
I think I would turn back into a human and like storm up to the portal and just be like, "Give us back Coraline."
What are you doing with the portal there?
Just like look close to it, but
Because this
not-
went so well
Okay.
last time.
The figure almost imperceptibly seems to turn to face you. He is purely just a shadow in the blue maelstrom at this point. But nothing else happens.
Derek, what do we do?
I mean, we're supposed to go see Ollie. I'm not jumping through any portals. This seems like a really bad idea. What if this is a gate to hell or something? Like, I don't know.
What? We could get Coraline back.
Ooh, I have a random question.
Who's
Does this
Coraline?
portal look like the portal that we screwed up royally in Nazig's lair?
No, that wasn't a portal. That was like just
Oh,
a
right.
coursing energy over the rocks. This is
Right.
most definitely a
Never mind.
portal.
Fill you in later, Nix.
Right.
I don't like it. I don't know. Hey Ozavax, do you know how to close portals or something? I don't like this being here.
Would I have any idea, Connor, of what
Absolutely not, no.
No!
Can I throw something into it?
Yeah, go.
wanna see
What
what
are you
happens.
going to throw?
Is there like rubble or something on the ground? I
Throw
can
a
just pick up
Drastus. Why not?
Yeah, that'll work.
You want to like just find like a loose rock and chuck it in?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Let's see what happens.
you pick up a a good like palm-sized stone from the floor that you can find just been knocked
Yeah.
loose of the cobbles here, and you are you like are you yeeting it, or are you just like tossing it in?
It's full yeet.
All right, you full yeet it in,
I want to try hit the shadow guy.
and as it you try to hit the figure in the portal, and as it meets the portal, you see just for a split second it almost be enveloped by this swirling blue energy. But just as soon, you do see the shadow of the rock fly into the portal, and it seems like an aeon passes until eventually the arm of this figure flicks out and appears to perfectly catch the rock.
No, I don't need to show off.
They saw it coming.
Huh.
So I know this didn't work out well last time, but should we possibly alert the guards again?
What are they gonna do?
I don't know.
I mean, the gods might be in on it. You know, this entire place seemed like it was ransacked by
Maybe
God knows who.
you guys mentioned a scribe, right? Would he know anything about this?
See, I showed him the armor, the runes and all that. He didn't know it. Well, he knew something about it, and he said it was really, really bad, whatever it was.
While you guys are talking, the figure
I'm just
appears
staring at the
to
portal.
turn around and begin walking slowly away, fading from view in the portal until eventually the figure fades from sight, and almost as violently as it remained open, the portal envelops in on itself and disappears.
Well, at least we got that rock through there.
A little something to remember us by.
Yeah, more where that came from, shadow guy.
Well, this is definitely something to tell Ollie, right, guys?
Yeah, I mean, he said that a bit strange. And...
I said it because I want to leave.
All right.
I think I'd start.
I
looking
wanted to
through-
leave to begin with.
Well,
I'd start looking through like Locke's pockets to see if I can see anything.
Yeah.
Find anything.
Sure.
I'm gonna shout up to the two of them. Check her, see if there's anything on her.
All
You guys,
I'll check the body up here.
Yeah, you guys rummage around. They are dressed functionally. They don't have any sort of any goods or money on them particularly. Their weaponry and their equipment seems well made, although it is slightly defaced by these runes and symbols they've etched into them, but you don't find anything particularly noteworthy.
Okay. Right, let's go before more things happen, I guess.
We should tell crazy person the good news and the bad news.
Well, lead the way. I don't know where this crazy person is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just start walking out.
Yeah, let's go back to the man. The
So you go to
legend.
you go to visit Scribe Caius, and you knock on the door of his office, and you hear the scraping sound once more, and the door opens, and Caius is inside with his piles of papers, which now are bizarrely far better organized. They are still absolutely everywhere, but they are in squared away piles at this point. And he appears to just be shuffling some about, and he turns around to you, and he just gives you a big grin. He goes, "Oh, hello."
Unfortunately, your warden friend is no longer with us.
I feared that may rather be the case. Yes.
But
he was a good soul.
We did stop whatever was going on in the training grounds.
Oh. Well. I'm relieved to hear it. I know they were, well, maintaining some abhorrent thing. I'm glad to hear it's gone.
Did you happen to know those? One of them's name was Locke. Did you happen to know who they were or what they were portaling?
I'm afraid not. I imagine they merely took the pretense of the guards here.
Yeah. Yeah, we honestly just came back to tell you the warden was unfortunately dead, and we just wanted to let you know because you asked, and we tried, but he was already dead when we got there.
Oh well, I appreciate you checking on him. I'll start the necessary form, I guess.
Classic.
Right.
We also found our friends. There they are there.
Ah, marvelous. Lovely to meet you. Hello.
Hi.
And yeah,
Hello.
we're not going to dally because we got places to be, but just, take care of yourself. You're probably the only one alive in this jail still.
Probably, but they'll pop down here eventually, and until then, it's nice peace and quiet. Finally, don't have that cretin banging on my door at all hours.
You have a good time.
You too.
I'll leave.
Thank you once
Bye.
again. As you head off and out the jail, and using the key from the warden's keyring, you manage to unlock the large stone gate that seems to be the entrance of the jail, and slowly but surely it winds its way through a long staircase towards the surface, and eventually, sure enough, you do appear out, and surreally, it's almost as though nothing particularly happened. You emerge just inside the city limits, by the wall, onto an ordinary town street of Daloth, as what appears to be the late morning is occurring as people wheel carts by and give some passing looks to the rather unusual group of adventurers emerging from an underground tunnel.
Right.
I guess, do we return to the tavern?
We should probably let Robbo know.
He still owes us that, the broomstick.
He does.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. I think Ollie can wait a few minutes as we get our reward.
Yeah, he owes us money as well, I believe.
You're right.
Right.
Let's go that way.
Let's go back to the tavern then.
Crystal Waters.
All right, so you stumble out, just through Daloth, kind of regaining your bearings until eventually you find a way back to the main road, if you like. And from there, it's fairly easy to navigate down it towards the gate from which you are used to entering, and you find the Crystal Water Tavern. It seems to be fairly quiet. It's only just opened up, really. You'd guess, judging by the time and knowing Robbo's opening hours, it's probably about 10:30, 11 in the morning. And you make your way inside to where he just appears to be laying tables, actually, with cutlery and candlesticks, and looks up towards you and goes, "All right."
Oh,
There's
all
gonna be
right.
more than
What?
that.
What?
You all right?
What?
We've been gone for
We've
days.
been gone for days.
Ah, but Your sentinels, isn't it? Don't really ask.
I assume you haven't had any problems since we left.
Oh,
And you probably haven't heard of anyone else having problems.
oh.
You're welcome.
That's all right. Oh, you did a good job.
Yeah, it definitely didn't go exactly the way we thought it would, but nonetheless, you're not going to have any more owlbear problems.
Fantastic. Great, I guess I owe you then. And he puts down the candlesticks he's laying out on the tables and shuffles behind the bar, reaches below it, and puts a pouch of gold and this strange long tube onto
Not
the bar.
strange. It's not strange.
It's an old friend.
And at one side of the tube is an open hole almost, and the other side seems to curve down slightly with what to us would be a trigger inlaid into the handle. He goes, right, this thing's got us out of trouble a lot, so you look after it. I'll be happy knowing it's out there doing good, though.
I still don't really know what it does.
Is it a shotgun? Asking out of character.
It is a shotgun.
Okay.
It's kind of like a rocket launcher shotgun.
And at this point, he
Have
just
you all
goes,
been saying boomstick?
Boomstick, yeah.
And also
I've been hearing
broomstick.
broomstick. I'm
No,
like, why?
no,
do you
I
have a
also heard broomstick,
No,
yeah.
It is me
Robbo called
broomstick,
it
man.
his broomstick.
Oh, okay.
It's
I was
a-
like, why do we want a broom?
It's like,
I call it me broomstick for tax purposes. Right. So, you're going to want these. And he reaches again under the bar and pulls out what appears to be almost like a waxed cardboard box of some sort that appears to be fitted with unusual oblong shells. He goes, right, what you do is you just pop one in the side here, and then you point it and you pull the trigger. Don't use it too much, because it's, well, it's very powerful, and if you heat it up too much and keep using it, it's probably going to blow up on you. So don't do that. But, she'll do you good.
Where do we get more shells if we run out?
They're hard to get, mate. Outside of, well, really the Dwarven lands and Longhold. It's gonna be tough to find them, but you might be able to find a trader who's got them.
how many are there in the box?
Are you asking him or me?
Well, either.
Alright,
Can I see what's in the box?
Yeah, sure, you're around the box. It appears though you got 15 shells in there.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Derek is excited.
So who wants to use it?
Yeah. Who gets to carry the boomstick?
I can't
No.
really use it.
I mean, I am a sentinel. And
Does that
Zimmy
give
is-
us-
Why do you
Zimmy
get it
is-
just because you're a sentinel?
I can use ranged weapons.
And at this point, Robbo actually cuts in and goes, I made my deal with the Sentinels. I'm not handing out these to anyone he is.
And I know that my friend Ozavax is a more magically inclined friend. And I know my friend Adrastus, he's a wolf. So he's not going to be able to shoot whatever the hell this is going to do.
It's not just a wolf, but okay.
Also a cat and, mice and whatever else.
A
you said.
menagerie, you might
Oh,
call it.
good
Yeah.
word. I
Yeah.
like that. So if you don't mind, and I'm gonna pick it up and put it on my back.
All right. Are you sure you want to openly walk around with that on your back?
Well, no, you're right. I'm gonna put it on my back. That's a good idea.
All right, so you tuck it in your bag instead, which is a much better idea. And yeah, so he seems very satisfied at that, and you see almost a wistful look on Robbo's face as he hands it over.
Robbo, do you know if a man came looking for us? Ollie was his name.
Oh, aye. From Bricktown.
Yes.
A little bit rough round the ears.
Sounds about right.
Alright, he came around. Just let us know that you were back, and yeah, he seemed alright. Said
Did
he's
he
gonna wait
say-
for you.
Did he say where he was?
No?
I mean, the note my mother sent me said he was gonna meet us at the boat.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, I guess we'll head down to the docks then
Yeah.
and see if we can find.
At this
The
point,
boat.
Robbie goes, hang on a minute. Who was it nicking the food?
It's what appeared to be a couple of rogue shapeshifters.
Ah,
They were turning into an owl bear and a tiger.
somebody turning into an owlbear. Now that's the first.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
what I
first for
said.
me as well.
Unusual. Oh, well, you'd know more about that than me.
Yeah.
Robbo, take care of yourself, all right? And I'll reach to shake his hand.
Not being funny, Derek, but there'll be a lot less trouble when you've gone. And he grabs your hand and shakes it firmly with a smile on his face.
Awesome.
I think I'd just do the same. But like, we might not see each other again. But best of luck, Robbo.
All right, mate. Best of luck.
Bye.
Nice meeting you. Come back and visit if you're ever in Delos.
Peace.
I'll get the fuck out my pub.
Yeah. You're not buying anything. Oh, yeah. How much gold was it?
In the pouch is 150 gold.
Wow. How is that split 5 ways? 150.
30. gold
30.
pieces
What is
each.
Thank
wrong with
you.
you people?
Oh my!
Oh
Listen,
my god.
I do math for a
I
living.
was gonna say your job is
As
like math
soon-
central.
As soon as it hits 4:30, out the window. There it goes.
All the math leaves John's brain.
Good lord.
Right. So we're looking for a boat named the Lady's Jewel. And that will be where our commander is. So if you can keep an eye out, that'd be great.
And we get to introduce you. He's a really nice guy.
Cool.
Let's go to the
Looking
dock
forward
where
to
we
Alright,
meeting
so
were
you get out to the
before.
dock and prominently featured is the Lady's Jewel. You can spot it quite easily. However, there doesn't appear to be anybody milling around it really at this point.
Now here's the question: do you think he's out having a pint, or do you think he's out looking for us?
Well,
Well,
he
either
said
way- I
mean,
go to
he-
the boat, didn't
He
he?
knew
Yeah.
where we were. He's probably like, out having a pint somewhere. I think we're better off just waiting on the boat, to be honest.
I agree. Let's be honest. This little adventure we've had in Dayloth has been
I am
probably 2 or 3 adventures way too long. I think we just kick up.
I
and
am
enjoy
done
ourselves.
with Dayloth.
Yes, I never want to come back to this place.
No offense, Nix.
Alright, so you guys are just going
Oh,
onto the
none
ship,
taken.
right?
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys make your way onto the ship and you just wait there for Ollie.
I
and,
don't.
You don't?
I'm afraid of water.
Oh dear.
Well, that's why we're in the boat. You see, you're not in the water.
Wait.
No, but the boat's on the water. See?
Is that Nix telling people she's afraid of water?
Yes. Yes, I'm saying it out loud.
Okay. There's no.
You're gonna have to knock me out.
What?
I don't like the water. I don't
Sorry.
like boats. I've never been on one, and I will not get on one willingly. But I have sworn to come with you and babysit you. So
But what
Yes.
happens if you wait? We could be on this for weeks.
Like it's a long
It's,
trek.
There's
this is not a short journey.
there's a downstairs, right?
Yeah.
Can I just
Well-
go there?
But what if we get attacked in the middle of the ocean and you need to come up deck?
Just,
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, so long as there's no water underneath it.
do you want us
Just-
to like tie you a lifeline or something? Like
I don't know.
I just
Just-
heard what Ellie said.
Nix, there's going to be water underneath it the entire time.
I know that, but if I don't see it, it's fine. Like out of sight, out of mind, right?
Well,
Wait.
why don't you just?
Nix, are you
close-
heading down below in the ship?
Yes.
She's not even on the ship.
I'm
at
not
the
even on the
moment.
ship yet.
Alright.
I'm
Why don't you
What,
just
just
get
close-
angry at the sea like you do when we're fighting back?
rage my way onto the boat. Okay, I'll try it. Hang on.
Nix,
I gotta
close
walk
your
around.
eyes and
That's a bad idea when you're trying to go on a narrow
I mean, I can-
walkway.
I can lead on there. It's all right. Like come on.
yeah, well,
All right, fine.
okay.
I'll lead her onto the boat.
Take me downstairs, please.
I will
Okay.
indeed take her downstairs.
Thank you.
Alright. So you lead Nix
Derek.
downstairs and Derek, are you going back aboard or are you staying up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on
Alright.
the top deck.
So as you all mill about on the top of the ship, Nix, you're sitting on the first level of the hold. Yeah, as you try to quell some of the immediate queasiness you feel upon being on a ship, all of a sudden, an arm seems to grasp you round the neck from behind.
Me?
Yeah, and you feel a point of a dagger
Oh,
in the base of your
shit.
spine, and all you hear is,
Oh my god.
"Who the hell are you? And what are you doing on my bloody ship?" And with that, we'll end the session for tonight.
Oh boy.
I can't
Nobody
believe
tell her.
this.
Nobody tell her. It's Zappo. All right, you go.
Oh man.
This poor character is so
So,
lost.
who do you think the figure in
Who
the
the
portal
fuck are
was?
these people?
The
Honestly,
figure in the
I
portal
really
is just
did
going to
think-
step forward. Hello!
I've been here the entire time.
I've been waiting for ages!
Oh, fuck Zappo.